Hey, I was up in the kitchen looking around. I was trying to find the corkscrew for the wine bottle. But I couldn't find the damn thing. And then I turn around and it ends up in my damn hand. That's a weird place for a corkscrew. What's up, guys? Welcome back to FACCI'S Horror Movies and More. Once again, I am Matt. And today, I'm going to talk about Friday the 13th, Part 4. The final chapter, 1984. And as the title says, it's the final chapter. This is it. There'll be no more Jason movies. Man, that's gonna suck if they don't make any more after this one. But it's got to be the end. It says final chapter, and that's just the way it goes. So this is gonna be it, guys. This one right here is probably the best Friday the 13th movie you're gonna get. It is probably the best. Everything about it is awesome. Jason's awesome. The kills are awesome. The score's awesome. The characters are likable. It's just an all-around hell of a fun time. This one stars Corey Feldman, Crispin Glover, and possibly the best-looking Jason, Ted White. This movie takes up exactly where the third one ends. Right from the barn where Jason got the axe to the head. They got all the police on the scene, the paramedics and whatnot. It makes it seem like it's actually going down and actually a real, true story kind of thing with all the police, the paramedics, and everything like that. So it kind of makes it seem like, unlike all the other horror movies, it's actually kind of, they got the killer, he's dead, they take him to the morgue. It actually seems like kind of like what they really would do in real life, not just sweep it under the rug and nobody knows about it. He goes to the morgue. The crazy autopsy guy who works in the morgue, Axel, he's just trying to get some booty while watching some freaky kind of shit. Aerobics, doing some weird butt dance thing. I guess if that's what you're into, I guess that's cool. But the girl he's trying to get it in with, Axel must be a playboy, because she don't care that they're about to do it in a morgue, laying next to Jason's dead body right there, watching some weird ass aerobics. So, more power to her, I guess. But Jason's hand comes down. She thinks she's freaking crazy for trying to do all this stuff with him. Anyway, pretty sweet kill. Axel sitting there watching that weird aerobic shit. Jason comes up with a hacksaw and just hacks his throat and twists his head clean the way around. Pretty sweet kill. Dope special effects, no doubt. Then he goes and disposes of the lady. Puts the scalpel in and pulls it down. Disposes of two people like that. Out. I mean, nobody knows how Jason gets out of the hospital. Does he just like walk out the front door? Does he just go out and be like, "Hey guys, I wasn't dead. I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about me." How ain't you seeing this machete wielding killer walking out the door? But it must be like the hospital from Halloween 2. Ain't nobody working there. Then we go back to it's not even a camp this time. It's more like a hidden, secluded vacation spot somewhere on Crystal Lake. We meet the Jarvis family. Very likable family. You're rooting for them the whole movie. And then you meet the group of kids that are going to be hanging out next door in the vacation house. And you like all them as well. They're all likable characters. The two that I like the most probably, or that everybody probably likes the most, are Ted and Jimbo. Because they just have the best chemistry between them. Whenever they're driving out and he's talking about, let me go put it in the old computer. It says you're a dead fuck. And then it's just good dialogue between them. Whenever he says, "Well, there is no computer and there is no Betty either." It says you're a dead fuck. What? A dead fuck?
a lousy lay. You know, a dead pet.
Oh, I see. Oh, don't hold it back from me, Doc. I can take it. Give it to me straight.
I did not say it. The computer did.
Yeah, well, there is no computer.
Aha! And there's no Betty either.
And I'm a dead fuck.
Like I said, the computer don't lie.
God, I'm horny.
Just their banter back and forth. They collaborate so well. It makes it a hell of a lot more enjoyable when the characters you actually care about and want them to live the whole way through. Another character that comes along is Rob. His sister, I guess, was killed by Jason, supposedly. And he's out there trying to hunt Jason down to kill him once and for all. He's a pretty cool character. It seems like a typical kind of like outdoors man type of person. If anybody would be capable, you would think he would be capable of taking Jason out just the way that he is, in the way that he appears in the movie. I think with this movie, though, is once the killing starts, it does not stop until the end. There's not a dull movie. There's not a dull part in this movie. It doesn't drag. It doesn't do anything. It gets a little bit of the characters, learn who they are, and then bam, straight into slashing them all. And Jason is pretty damn brutal in this movie, I must say. Iconic kill, definitely. When Paul's swimming out in the middle of the lake to get to his girlfriend who ran away earlier. Whew. Sees her dead body and laying in that raft. Jason sticks, I'm assuming it looks like a harpoon gun, again, right in his crotch and lifts him up in the air and pushes the button. You just hear his scream coming out. Woo! Woo! Every man can understand how bad that hurt. I'll tell you now right now. But what the hell was Paul doing anyway? He's trying to hook up with them twins that came along randomly when his girlfriend's pretty damn hot. So I don't know why he traded down for a twin when he could have been banging his hot girlfriend. But that mistake got them both killed, so don't mess around with Jason. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess around in Jason's woods. Don't be there at all, because he's going to find you and he's going to kill you. And then Jason goes back to the house and he disposes of pretty much all the kids. Pretty damn quickly, actually. He does end up killing Mrs. Jarvis, but they don't technically show it, so you're assuming she's dead. It's just one of those. Shock and awe faces, and then it cuts to a different scene. So you don't really know if she's dead, but the way this movie was going, you can assume Jason offed her. A kill that kind of was so corny, but I guess that's what you get for being in the 80s, was Rob's kill. When he's in the basement, and he's just yelling out, "He's killing me! He's killing me!" Like, repeatedly. I think Trish understands that. I don't think we need to be made aware that he's killing you. We get it. And also, Trish is just standing there watching him get killed instead of trying to help a little. Do something. I don't understand. And I don't understand why Rob went back down there in the first place in a dark-ass basement. Because his foot fell through the floorboard. Like, screw that shit. Go somewhere else in the open if you're going to try to kill Jason. Don't go barricade yourself in the basement where you got no way to get out. And just those stupid character choices right there by Rob. And he got what he got a pick hammer in the side of the head and thrown through a window. So, good for him. Good for him. Once again, how in the third one, Jason throws Rob's body through the window, and he busts through the wall. He busts through that door. He's just standing there off, looking all big and brutal. It's pretty badass. If you ask me, he ain't playing games in this one, and he's a bit of a runner again. So you better be a little fast, because he isn't, just walking at a snail's pace. He's sprinting after your ass. He had enough of these kids coming back to the camp after all these years. He's tired of fucking killing them. It leaves, once everybody else is disposed of, it pretty much just leaves Tommy and his sister Trish. Let's rewind a little bit. I forgot to kill, and I forgot to talk about the Crispin Glover dance. When he puts on that rock song and he's just freaking going freaking nuts. Dance. Dancing. You can't talk about this movie without that dance. Crispin Glover makes that scene. And then whenever he finally gets some, gets some booty, he gotta come downstairs and show off to Ted with them panties. And then he said, "He was great. He was great." Then he goes and gets the corkscrew for the wine bottle, Ted. He gets the corkscrew. He does. And then he gets a cleaver in his face.
Ted! Ted! Hey, Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew?
So, I feel bad for Crispin Glover because I really enjoyed him. But I had to rewind and talk about that. But back to the other house with Trish and Tommy. They're the only two left. They fight against him. They do the best they can, hit him with the TV. And Jason has a choice. Does he want the little kid or does he want the sister? And of course he's going to go with the teenage sister. So he chases her all around. While she was doing all that, Tommy's over at the house with the pictures and the clippings of Jason, so he's shaving his head, trying to look just like him. Once again, using that child psychology on Jason because his brain isn't fully developed, so he can fall for these tricks and whatnot. So, Jason chases Trish back to the house where Tommy is, and Tommy's, "Jason, remember. Remember, Jason." He looks Corey Feldman looks pretty damn creepy. I ain't gonna lie. With his head shaved. Got them like bags under his eyes like he ain't been sleeping in weeks. So, Jason's preoccupied with Tommy, trying to touch his face. Trish swipes that machete, knocks the mask off his face. We get to see Jason's cool face again. At least it's kind of similar to part 3. A little bit more blood on it, but it's pretty... That's exactly kind of what he would look like. He kind of still looks human, but he still looks like kind of like a mutated freak as well. And then as Jason's attacking Trish, probably one of the most iconic shots. When he turns around and Tommy whacks him in the side of the face with a machete and he just falls down. Pushes the whole way through to the floor. It's pretty... pretty amazing, actually, the special effects in this movie and how they corny, cheesy 80s horror movie can make that appear on screen, and it looks so realistic. And for once, you're like, damn, this killer's actually going to die. And at the end of this movie, technically, he does die. He dies in this movie because when he comes back, he ain't the same Jason. He's different. But Tommy's looking down and he sees Jason's nasty ass fingers moving, whacks the shit out of him for probably like 5 minutes. So he knows Jason's really dead this time. And the final scene of the movie is just at the hospital, and then Tommy just gives this weird glare into the camera, and you're like, is he gonna be the new killer? Or is The next movie going to be based on Tommy Jarvis wearing a Jason mask and doing all the killing? Is he just that crazy now after going through all this shit? You don't know. And they don't ever really answer that question, really. It just goes kind of a different way after this. But the first 4 in this franchise are so good. And this one just put the fucking bow on the gift that the first 4 Friday the 13th are. So, on this one, out of 5, I would definitely have to give it a 4 out of 5. I'm going to be honest. It's probably the best Friday the 13th. Got the best Jason. Got some of the best kills. It got super duper creepy atmosphere. Likeable characters by probably the most likable characters by far in the whole franchise. You just can't go wrong with the final chapter. And knowing that it's going to be the last time we see Jason, it sure in hell goes out with a bang. I'll tell you that right now. So, that's all I got to say on Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. If you're new to this channel, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. Definitely hit the bell. Anytime I upload a new video, you guys will be the first to know. And I definitely appreciate all the love that I get from you who watch these videos, because I enjoy making them, and they're going to keep coming. So I got one more thing to say, besides, hey honey, where's the corkscrew? Have a scary day.